$25 per person. Those funds will be going into the foundation. So we'd love to see you all there. It'll be a lot of fun. Thank you. Greg, if you move along, as you're walking, you want to talk about walking over to
UNLV tailgate party, November 10th, 7:45 p.m. against Wyoming. It's going to be an awesome game. Make sure you sign up in the green book and we'll get the tickets. Thank
you. Rotarians, well, Monday is the punishment. Finally here, and I'm so proud to announce that we have 80 golf. Yes. So thank you, all of you Rotarians, for stepping up. Thank you to the alert group for sponsoring the tournament and all the other sponsors that we have. We have 22 sponsors in total. Now, to help expedite things on Monday, please note we will send an email around with this information. If you miss it today, you get email this afternoon or tomorrow. There are 2 start times. One is at 6, one is at 7. Registration is at 5:30. If you are golfing at 6 o'clock, you will eat at 7. If you are golfing at 7, you will eat at 6. Please eat golf at your assigned time. The list will go up this afternoon and tomorrow on where you're golfing, who you're golfing with. And at the end of the event, we all come together for the raffle and the presentation. So I thank you all for supporting such a great event. Proceeds go to support the Youth Exchange program at the Las Vegas School. Thank you. Kimberly, you want to do it there or up here? Up here? So, the tail is tail.
By the way, I'm totally winning that. Oh, yeah. Hi, everyone. Okay. So, I'm a Bill. I'm a first student from Chile. I'm so excited for you, like everyone. So happy. That's good. Okay, so the change of actually the donation student. We're gonna go to the train school. So we want to see better. So, let's do the money. This everything expense. So, I think that's the goal. Okay, the train tour is for December, and we raise $2,000 and by April, 1,000. Yeah, that's all the days. So, yeah. Okay. I want to make cookies. On on dark country. So don't need this.
I just want to clarify a few things for him. Fantastic. Up here and explaining what he's going to do. Yes, the train tour this year is $3,900. They start in June and go into July. And yes, the down payment has to be made mid-December. So not just do whatever Mateo. 16. So there you go. All right, next up.
I think we just found our next DJ. College.
Okay, there we go. Well, exchange students, Mike Ludeman, if you take.
So you know Mateo already. We still need one more family for him the last quarter of this year here. And then we got a couple more state students coming up. So we also they're coming in January. So we also need host families for those. So anyone interested, please seek Kimberly or me, and we can talk about it.
Thanks, Mike. If you go back, please, Greg, to Debbie Howard for the one for water.
We're better for this.
That was covered, don't we? Hello, Rotarians, October 21st, please mark your calendars. We're gonna have a water program. We're gonna have some guest speakers there, not about the wine, it's about the water. They need us, we want all. Water. Well, they're October 21st, thank you.
Thanks, Debbie.
Okay.
Past President Jim Cole has. Where is?
President Tony, my fellow Rotarians, I just want to remind everybody that Santa Claus is coming. We are going to do the balls and the sign-ups in the books. We also have a backpack stuffing that's going to be on December 2nd at the area council. Where we will put items into backpacks for children, books, balls, everything. So please look for that, sign up and mark calendars. The actual Santa Claus is December 7th. That's
Thank you, Past President Jim. Also, if you all will notice, as people are speaking, keeping an eye out on the great stuff that's being put up on the booth. A lot of information even beyond what's being announced. David does a wonderful job of putting that all there for us, so thank you. One quick note by me, next week is a big week, September 28th. Our district governor will be here, and it would be great if you would all show up for that. He will have a presentation, and we will also have a speaker. So you can stay as fast, next week will be faster. So come and see if you can pull that off. Did you go to Washington? Why would
Hey, what's up, Rotarians? Favorite Rotarian Austin Wyrick here. Here to announce TLC. District 5300 is hosting it. It's coming in December. We do have sign-up sheets. We do have a limited amount of spots. I believe our club is about 15. So if you know anybody, all right, I'm sorry. If you know anybody in 8th grade that wants to take on this opportunity, so,
perfect, thank you. Think back if you have grandkids, like that. And last but not least, before we get into our induction and health,
And drive, we have about 4,000 students that are attending this for Halloween. $550 has been completed so far. The due date for both bringing it in or cash contribution is October 5th.
thank you. Okay, I'm changing the order of things because we have somebody playing two roles. I'd like to call up Mike Peterman for a special presentation, please, and that will be followed by our induction.
call on Ryan Hamilton, please. So this is Paul Harris presentation. Ryan's going to receive Paul Harris +3 today. Very quickly, I'm just going to something about what we have done with Rotary General.
We have Waki India that he donated 5,000 last year. Now, through the efforts of Rotary International, they gathered 40,000, and the Rotary International Foundation also did give 40,000. So this the 40,000 in Rotary International is where Ryan's money has been going. So again, I'm going to welcome Ryan to the Paul Harris Fellow Union, and congratulations, Ryan, Paul Harris Cluster.
Okay, while Ryan's getting his stuff, I would like to call up our membership chairs. I don't know if Nikki and Melanie are coming up with Dale, as well as Ryan. For an induction. Come on, Dale. Hello, Rotarians. On behalf of Las Vegas Rotary Club, it's my pleasure to introduce team member Dale Pelfrey today. Ryan Hamilton is Dale's sponsor. Ryan will introduce Dale and Dale.
All right, thanks, guys. So Dale and I are friends in a car business and friend and customer now. And we actually was from Ohio 4 years ago, and we actually was in the Ohio Rotary Club Super Heights. So anyway, Dale has an extensive list of accomplishments. I just want to talk about a couple of them. He's an Air Force vet. He has been married and has two children. He spent 12 years back in multiple engineering. There's a whole list of them that we can tell you about, but advanced engineering tech, we actually have a car race. That's like style, which we brought. Check that out. So that's cool. That's a cool picture. Car racing, like that. So it's a fun thing. He's also had a real estate company, designed and built hurricane houses. Now in Vegas. I want to get back to Rotary. Bill. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, just yeah. Have a real probably was That thing, South Sutherland. On a Thursday. Thank you very much.
Dale, you have been chosen to membership in the Rotary Club of Las Vegas because your fellow members believe you manifest those qualities of head and heart which fit you to interpret and impart the message of Rotary to those with whom you come in contact. Dale, I wish to impress upon you that you have been admitted not only to the Rotary Club of Las Vegas, but to the worldwide association. And by virtue of your membership in this club, you will be welcomed into the fellowship of any Rotary club in the world. The honor and privilege of the Rotary membership carries with it the expectation to place your knowledge and talents at the disposal of the club in its task of carrying the principles of Rotary into the daily life of the community. The community will know and judge Rotary through your embodiment of it in character and in service. And we accept that you as a member because we believe your principles and organization to be true for keeping. We also expect much from you in help and inspiration, which to enable us to be better Rotarians. And with this hope, we most heartily offer you Rotary Fellowship. Rotarians, if you please stand with me. You are being given the Rotary Plan by your sponsor, by which your fellow Rotarians and community will recognize you as a Rotarian, and we ask that you wear it proudly. With that, it is our pleasure and honor to congratulate you in being inducted as the newest member of the Las Vegas Rotary Club, the greatest Rotary Club in the universe. Congratulations. Welcome. Okay. Not bad. And I'd like to thank all of you for your cooperation and assistance in all of this. So we are now at raffle time.
Tony, before you go, I just have a question for Mr. Dale. So if you're an IndyCar guy, shouldn't you been focused on gas pedals and not brakes? Be both. All right. Okay.
Okay. Okay, you got it. All right. For the big raffle with the pot in the sum of $4,767. Last four numbers 0483. 0483. Melanie? All right. Woohoo! For the Lowry's box, last four numbers 0352. That's for number 0352. Past President Randy Donald. That's a picture in the book. If anything you didn't realize, in the wheel, well, I certainly did. At first, I thought that's not our least well, but that was Susie Zebra. So it was in there. And a real treat we have is a third graphic ticket. Our own author, Harlan Seagal, has the Max and Buddies Halloween, the favorite best Halloween book out there, and now is the time. She has graciously donated a copy of her book, which she will contact for the next winner. Last four numbers 0341. 0341. All right, Bill Spearin. And you're sitting right next to her. Congratulations. Congratulations. Fellow Rotarians, you've got 5 minutes for fellowship before the arrival of our speaker. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to introduce past President Jim Hunt, who will now introduce our speaker program. Hang on to your seats, it's going to be real interesting.
Thank you, President Tony. Afternoon, fellow Rotarians and guests. Like many of us in the room today, as a longtime Las Vegas resident, I've seen a lot of impressive changes. Grand Opening was one of the most talked about Las Vegas attractions for many years taking place in just several days. Today, it's my pleasure to introduce the Senior Vice President of Sales, Nami Abuzarad. His 20-year career as a marketing executive consultant, Nami has been at the forefront of the hospitality and gaming industry, opening the first Las Vegas style resorts in Asia and ushering the pro sports boom in Las Vegas with the expansion of live sports betting nationwide. Also a fellow Massachusetts. Pros of MBA from Madison College and MBA from George Washington University. John on board of Nevada Public Radio and past chairman of the education nonprofit After School Health Fund. So we give a warm welcome. Hi everyone. Thank you for having me. How's it sound? Wireless here? All right. My PowerPoint. Okay, that's not PowerPoint. Now I'm giving it all away. All right, I'm gonna let it out. It's round. It's a round thing. Okay, that's sideways. But you gotta center it, I think. All right. Well, thanks for having me. I think I was up here when I was with the Golden Knights in the first year, and I was telling you all about hockey and how the cold weather sport was going to dominate in a warm weather town, and I think that worked out pretty well. Don't you think? So I've been lucky enough to be part of a lot of projects on this trip. There you go. That's thanks very much. And you know, it's not hyperbole to say I think this is the most ambitious one, probably the most exciting one as well. I think the Golden Knights were a big story nationally, but ever since we lit up the outside on July 4th of this year, it's been a big story globally, and I've been getting texts from friends from all over the world. So this is pretty exciting, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it if you're willing to hear it. So thank you for having me. So it's hard to do a project, as you know, as big as this, and do our testing in private. Everything we do, the public sees. So this is 6 years in the making. But as they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. So, but we're going to take the wraps off next Friday, I promise. These were some of our test patterns on the outside. The news covered pretty extensively, but at its core, we really want to take our place alongside all the other architectural icons on Earth. It's really exciting. So we couldn't have asked for a better launch year. We have Formula One that we're partnering with. We got the Super Bowl coming to Las Vegas. So if you look at the first 12 months after you cut the ribbon, it's pretty exciting time. So we feel like all these great events that take Vegas to yet another chart-topping level are all happening in the first 12 months after we open. And there's much, you know, people talk a lot about the Sphere being in the round. It's round, but the way the theater is set up is kind of more of a traditional proscenium. So you have a stage or a screen, and then you have multiple stories of raked seating that go up. So 17,600 seats, capacity for 20,000 people. So we're effectively dropping yet another arena onto the north end of the strip. So we're going to be a lot different than Allegiant and so at our core, we're gonna have some signature spaces that really make this a music first venue, an entertainment first venue. It's not a sports stadium that also does entertainment. It's going to be a venue that is set to redefine live entertainment and how people tell stories, whether they tell them from if you're a corporate CEO unveiling a new product, or whether you're Bono with U2, or whether you're a filmmaker in Hollywood. So as you know, we're going to open with 25 shows from the world-renowned rock venue 2. It's selling very well. We have suites. We have a lot of seats for their fan club and seats for the general public. So it's going to drive tourism to Las Vegas. It's definitely the right act to open the right building. It's opening next Friday, September 29th. We are settling in to the fabric of Las Vegas with events like Formula One. We're going to be part of the race, and that's going to be a great showpiece for what our building can do. And it's also going to get us billions of media impressions worldwide with a Formula One fan watching the Las Vegas race. So we're really excited about that, and we have the potential to do a lot of marquee events as well. And then we also feel that we're on a campus with the Venetian they do wonders with corporate events, working with the LGCBA in various capacities. We feel like we're going to drive citywide tourism among meeting conventions. We've already got some really strong interest from people who want to rent the building and bring their convention and conference to it. And it's very exciting when you talk to corporate CEOs and they want the ability to tell stories about their brand in a different format. And the Sphere is going to do that. Maybe it'll take a few brands that do that to really allow people to visualize what Sphere can do in terms of the interior media play. But trust me, people have been saying amazing things about the outside. The inside is 10 times more miraculous. So it's really yet to be determined when what we can do for corporate events. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen this on social media and in the media. Our first Sphere experience is being directed by Darren Aronofsky, acclaimed director who directed The Whale and Black Swan and other movies. He's working on our first cinematic experience, and he teased out a very interesting piece of video during screenings. And you see this like sound engineer here, and you see the elephant is like 100 times the size of this guy. It was just able to show the magnitude of the screen, and so it's really a new format for buildings worldwide. It really is all the superlatives of headphone sound without the headphones, and multiple X of an IMAX screen. It really is that large and that immersive. Not to mention all the other elements like haptics, shake and rumble with what's sync with what's on the screen, as well as wind elements, temperature change elements that allow you to go from the desert of sub-Saharan Africa to the moist Amazon of Brazil. So it's a blank canvas, and we are inviting the world's best creators, whether they're from the fashion world, from Hollywood, from music, from sports, and there's really no telling the limitations of the building. We really feel like it's new hardware for Las Vegas, but it's new software for the entertainment altogether. And being in Vegas, you need wonderful hospitality spaces, and this is our atrium, where we can do up to 3,000 people in a private event. This is an example. This is a rendering, but it's an example of when our lower bowl is fully filled, with the rate seating going upward in multiple levels. How large the screen is and how it goes over you, around you, to the side of you. And you can imagine the feeling of a jets of a rocket reverberating in your chairs, and the wind, the gusts of wind that come off of a rocket, you can still all listen to the whole. So it truly is immersive. And immersive is an overused word. I hate to use it, but in this case, it really is a 4D immersive experience. And of course, we have suites. We have fewer suites than T-Mobile and Allegiant. They're more custom. They're 23 suites in the building. And some of the best elements is the first suite is 150 feet from the stage. So if you're watching Bono, we feel that no suite in any American venue is closer to the stage than our suites are to our stage. So it's very intimate, even though it's at scale. It's very. And then we have these immersive galleries. We're able to project digital artwork on the screen for more breakout type meetings, smaller groups of about 200, 250. We have some event level bars that are allow someone to go from the event floor to get a drink and back out in a very short amount of time. So it's almost like, hey, you don't miss a song, you don't miss the critical parts of the show. So we built that with purpose. And remember, the Sphere is really a project Madison Square Garden company in New York, and they have all the years of running the work most famous arena in Madison Square Garden. So they took all those learnings to the design of this building in things like the hospitality area. And then here's an understage club that's in development as well. So if you see kind of the arc here, it's sort of mimicking the bottom of the bowl. Underneath this, and then if you kind of look at it as it is, with the outside. So the exosphere, the outside, we're going to dedicate a large percentage of our year to art and community-oriented messaging, not just commerce for commerce sake, not just advertising. We've done a couple ads. We've done a YouTube ad for NFL. We partnered with YouTube on, and we did an ad the other day for a Mortal Kombat video game that went viral as well. So we are doing commercial messages, but we do want to make this a canvas for artwork, and so the community can benefit from it as well. And then really the root of the building is science and engineering. There's a lot of mathematical principles that allow us to be the largest domed building in the world. And we actually celebrate that on the walls of Sphere. So when you enter, you'll see a lot of these mathematical formulas that allow us to have this. So we want people to know that this building is rooted in art and science and engineering, and is not just a marvel for a city, but the world. And we're proud that it's happening first in Los Angeles. And then we are working with nonprofits. We are working, I can't announce them yet, but we have some partnerships in the works. But we're going to give school children in Nevada access to Sphere, to learn about it, to experience it, and to really get kids interested in STEM education. Because as we know, we don't rank as highly as we need to when it comes to STEM education. And so we feel like this will be a beacon to the rest of the city. And then as much as I'd love to say this is a rendering, this is actually a photo of what we did in July over the summer with the NBA Summer League. So this almost looks too good to be real, but it very much is. And when we do put artwork up there or commercial messaging or anything, it definitely becomes a wow. And then it takes off on social media. I mean, you got engineering people that love it. You got TikTokers all over the world. The under 30 crowd, the under 20 crowd, they're like, what is this magical building in Las Vegas? So we feel like it'll drive tourism. We feel it'll be a landmark. And right now, since July 4th, when we lit it up for the very first time, it's really delivered on that promise for us. And then I just rolled out my launch marketing plan. You probably saw this at the airport. And we're in Los Angeles, we're in Phoenix, we're in San Diego, we're on TV, radio markets as well. And we're really getting the word out that we are not only just the outside, we have an amazing cinematic experience inside with Darren Aronofsky's film, as well as our musical residency. So we're going to do a lot of marketing in the next 12, 24 months to get the word out and to let people know what's in store for them. And then, you know, just like anything successful in Vegas, in my experience, I've always found things that work well here are only in Vegas experiences. That's why when they can tour all over America, they don't do as well here. But when it's an only in Vegas experience and the tourists can be the star of the show, that's when it really shines. So that's why I'm very bullish on this project. I'm very happy to be working on it. And you know, even though I've done a lot of hotel casino things and sports, I do think this is the biggest moonshot and the most ambitious project that I've been a part of. We open next week, so I welcome you all to help come out, support it, buy tickets, bring your events there, because it's gonna I think raise all of our boats and economically, and I think it's gonna be another thing that drives tourism in Nevada and really helps diversify our economy. Um, and it's something we badly need. So hopefully it's the right building at the right time for the right city, and I'm very confident that it's going to be a success. And we look back 5 years from now, and we can't imagine Las Vegas landscape without this giant orb. So anyway, thank you for listening, and I'd love to take some questions.
Captain, my captain. Okay, so captain's the people and Mike.
Thank you. Thank you. Please, I'd like to confirm that this was our store. So many reviews. One side, I heard that that is true. There's technology that we developed and we tested in Burbank, where we have a studio, and I've heard it. We have the ability, it's still in its early stage, but to different seating sections, we can beam audio to different audiences. So if this table, we're in a section and they're all native Chinese speakers, and this table is native French speakers, we could beam content natively in your own language without headphones, without anything. It can't be a millimeter apart. If they're a decent enough apart, then they won't hear any of the feedback of the other one. There's two programs outside. I heard that one was that night broadcast about things that was outside on the school, and then another was that might be able to lift the school because it's on the other side. Like it's almost I've heard that one too. Cloak view. I think we've been calling it cloak view, where like we can project the other side, make it appear invisible like it's see-through. I haven't seen that. I haven't been in meetings about that. I can't really confirm it or deny it. I have heard it internally, but that would be a doozy if it happened. I will say that. And as far as Formula One goes, I don't have any of the knowledge of their, inner workings and their plans. That's more their event and their thing, and so we're more of a partner in that front. But I really can't speak to that. But yeah, 6 years in the making, and there's been a lot of mystery behind it, and I'm kind of doing the rounds to try to remove some of that. But the local papers have covered it extensively. I think once we open, once people tour the building, I think it'll be kind of a gem for the city, and people understand even if a percentage of what we intended really comes to fruition in the first year or two, right, it's still going to be a major wow, a huge return on that. Yes, congratulations and thanks for coming. Being local, I have put my first one. First, I had to get yes. Yes, yes. Relief is coming. The cavalry is coming, I will say. So we have some nearby agreements with different lots and garages. We have limited on-site parking that we're selling, and we have we have a covered bridge between Venetian and us, and we have handicap spaces. If you give me your number, or it's going to be on our website very soon. But we do have handicap access, and we have multiple parking options so that for both ride share drop off as well as on site and nearby lots, there will be ample parking for community.
Yes, thank you so much for coming. One quick comment and question. I see that you're coming off of spring now, going back to the first all the time. So you clean up really wonderful. It's here every day I come in. It's really fantastic to see all the different schemes you have going on.
I'm sorry about the congestion. Sorry about that.
That's okay. But we were happy to see construction. Our office actually goes down. It's wonderful. My question to you though is, I heard a little bit about the speakers that are sort of behind the computers. Could you elaborate on the difference between those and standard audio speakers?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a sound expert, but we have 167,000 speakers that are behind our very porous screen. So standard speakers kind of project audio out and it diffuses. With our 167,000 speakers, we have wider coverage, and so it's more of a direct hit, and the sound doesn't diffuse as much because they're all around you and above you. And our LED screen in the interior is porous, so that sound gets emitted more efficiently. So we like to say that you'll have a consistent audio experience whether you sit in the front row or the back row, way up top. It'll be consistent sound that is pleasing to the ear and is, unlike that old cheap seats back in the day where you could barely hear the act. This will alleviate that. So, I mean, I can honestly say, having been to concerts recently at sporting arenas that are moonlighting as entertainment venues, the sound experience is not that great. I mean, and Sphere is going to remedy that.
Thank you for coming today. I saw in your pitch deck here that you talked about some kids.
Yes.
And I think one of the biggest questions I have is, what are the qualifications for these organizations to actually help to bring more, kids in? And can we expect to see kind of more open role, not only for kids subject to that partnership, but more in the community? What can we expect to see?
Yeah, I mean, look, part of the reason why they hired people like me who know the city, I've been here 20 years, is we can build those bridges to different organizations, grassroots organizations. So we have a great executive team in New York that works on our philanthropy and our community relations, and then they take input from people like me, and we're slowly kind of building those founding relationships with the nonprofit world. And you're going to see that increase exponentially over the next year or two. We'll probably come out of the gates with we'll announce some founding partnerships very soon, probably in the next few weeks. But on an ongoing basis, we want to be a good community citizen here, and we know that in terms of STEM education and STEM principles, we're one of a kind. Even if we were in, Palo Alto, we'd be one of a kind. So we hope that we can really draw attention to this in Nevada in terms of science and technology and help be a beacon for the city there. So it's just a matter of time, but we're going to have a very kind of straightforward process of reaching out to us, talking to us, and see if our principles align with a particular organization. But yeah, you're going to see that ramp up heavily. It'll be announced pretty wide.
So if we go and see the Rocky Horror Picture Show, are we going to get hit with a piece of toast?
You may feel like it's coming at you. I don't know if it'll be the real thing, but yeah, I mean, it's the storytelling elements. I mean, if you look at entertainment, it hasn't changed much in 100 years. It's a stage, it's a curtain, and it's a fourth wall of an audience. But with this is going to turn it on its head, and you just have to see if there is going to be it. But it's definitely a wow. We got one more here. Sure.
Are there limitations on what
Yeah, I mean, the eyeball was a little bit polarizing. I think some people love it, some people hate it, but it definitely catches your eye. And you know, but yeah, we kind of, July 4th, we rolled out the pumpkin, we rolled out the Star Spangled Banner, we rolled out the eyeball, we rolled out everything. It was like the kids could do it. And then now we're debuting some new creative like every week at this point. So, but in terms of what the city allows us to do, I really can't speak to that. I do know that we have a big team in Burbank working on it. We're trying to be sensitive to the mix of messaging between our community and commerce. So we're going to continue to evaluate that on a regular basis. You know, certainly we want to be enhancing, not distracting. Oh, okay. How many LED lights? I do have that number. It's rolling around in my head with all the other stats. I could be wrong. But I will say the outside is 550,000 square foot exterior. It's about 2K resolution, whereas in the inside it's 16K resolution. It's pretty amazing. The clarity of the outside, even at 2K, you're 1,000 feet away, it's pretty amazing. And if you can imagine that, the inside's 8 times better. So, but there's going to be a lot of things, signs, plaques in the building talking about the kind of the superlatives from an engineering perspective. So I think that fact's on our website actually, but I'll have to get back to you on that. So
Stuff all the traffic and does not feel it. It's from outside. Oh,
uh, well, I don't know. All I can say is that it's big, and we can accommodate 20,000 patrons in the building, depending on the setup. But if you remember, the Venetian had that as like a parking lot. It was underutilized, and we made the most use of that space. It is a small footprint. It's a relatively small footprint when you look at it, but it all comes together nicely inside. It feels big, but yet it feels intimate at the same time. And once the screen is on and you're in it, seeing our film, it's really a one of a kind experience. So we're gonna have daily and nightly shows. We're gonna have plenty of opportunities, matinees, evenings. There's plenty of opportunities year round. We're going to be one of the busiest buildings in Vegas. If we're not doing a musical event, we're doing our immersive film. If we're not doing that, we're doing a corporate event. So we're going to try to keep it busy 365 days a year with something. And so, that's our objective. And the early interest has really been off the charts. So we're very pleased.
I got time for one more question over here. I just want to say, when people ask what the
Thank you. We appreciate that. I mean, I think every operator here, whether, I was with Venetian, I was with Win, I think every operator wants to give back and always diversify. It's not really about more gaming tables. It's about what things can we bring that really amazes tourists and really keeps this town 12 months a year busy and resistant to the ebb and flow of casino gaming. I think the more things like this, the better for all of us. And I think this is just a part of the natural evolution. I mean, I remember when people would say never pro sports in Vegas because of gambling, and now look at the success of all of our pro sports teams. So, I've always believed in this market. I've always, even when other people have said, Vegas is a boom bust town, I've always believed in it, and every project I've been a part of it has luckily been successful. So hopefully I'll keep my streak alive. So, Tony's giving me the hook there. The bait. We can do some limited action sports. We're not really looking at like stick and ball type sports, but MMA style boxing, those are something that we're hopeful we'll be able to do with some kind of advanced analytics on the screen potentially too. That could be really fun, but we don't have anything announced yet.
So with that, I'd like to thank you for your time. I know you are jammed. I first like to talk of our legacy of Rotary Club of Las Vegas in 100 years with that, and also a student services joining USO services. And we also have our centennial point. So thank you for taking the time. Thank you. We are now at that time. Don't go anywhere. We haven't gotten there yet. About a minute or so. In keeping with the theme of our president, George McAnally, great hope in the world, and as the American anthropologist Martin Luther said, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can make a change in the world. Indeed, it is only through this thing that it is the only thing that ever has. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, with that,